Hello and welcome to today's cryptocurrency technical analysis, where we are going to be taking a look at altcoins. I want to go over a selection of hand-picked altcoins inside of the cryptocurrency market, which I have identified to have massive potential gains to the upside. These are altcoins that I am currently in, and I am expecting good things to come. Today I will be sharing with you the top secret list of altcoins that I have selected. So if that sounds interesting to you, stick around and enjoy. So, as I said, we will be going through some altcoins today. We can really quickly look at Bitcoin. I don't want to go over this too long, but yesterday, obviously, we done a public live stream. We gave a few key levels. We obviously took the long off of this key level during the live stream, looking to take it up to our next key level. We obviously hit that key level, going through this quickly. Obviously offered a very nice trade in it down to the daily level of support. From the daily level of support, we have seen a pretty nice bounce, and now we are back holding this current key level. I think you can just, just remember these three levels for the time being. I don't really want to focus on Bitcoin on this video, but hey, what can we say? We have traded Bitcoin very well. And it's not just Bitcoin that we trade very well. We are trading altcoins pretty well recently. As you all know, I went, I want to say nearly half a year without trading altcoins. I had no interest at all in trading altcoins, and my full focus was only on Bitcoin. That was the only thing that I cared about. And obviously still, as I'm making this video today, like, my primary focus is in Bitcoin. That's where the biggest allocation of my portfolio is. But, I saw opportunity in alts, so I decided to start to trade them again. What is this now? About 2 weeks ago, coming on 3 weeks ago. I saw there was a, it's really funny. There was a comment from a member the other day, and he said, Daniel, do you still have that ability of like recognizing when the market's going to be ranging? Because as you will know, there's a saying that we, and I'm sure many other people are saying it as well. It's when the Bitcoin market goes sideways and ranges, that is the best time for altcoins to perform. And when Bitcoin is very volatile, altcoins generally do not perform as well. Of course, there's exceptions to the rules, but we're talking about the big 90% of the market. Bitcoin, when it ranges, altcoins do well, and when Bitcoin is volatile, altcoins are generally pulling back. So, back in 2019, I suppose, I had a very good way of, this is when I was really actively trading altcoins, almost more than Bitcoin. And I had a very good way of recognizing when Bitcoin was going to range, and that's when I wanted to trade altcoins. So I'd always be trading altcoins as soon as Bitcoin started to range. And obviously, I went a long time without trading altcoins. Bit of a backstory, I know. But somebody the other day said, Daniel, do you still have the ability of recognizing when Bitcoin's going to range and start to trade the alts? I said, you know what, actually, I think I do still have it, because here we go. We went a good 6 months or so with not trading altcoins. And then finally, back on the 25th of March, to be precise, I decided to go shopping for some altcoins. As they say, as this guy says here, you're interested in altcoins again, you should finally go to sleep. Well, I'm very glad I didn't go to sleep in the end, as I managed to, over the next 5 days, so really from the 25th to the end of March, I was slowly accumulating my altcoin bags over the next 3 to 5 days, getting the positions and the size that I wanted. We call this accumulation. Why did I decide to start accumulating on the 25th for 5 days? I don't know, I suppose I just had a good feeling on the charts, and managed to start to fill my bags. This was still on the 25th, where I started to fill Algo, Litecoin, Rep, Tezos, and YFI, the 5 coins that I will be covering in today's video. I'm just walking it up bit by bit, bit by bit. And if you have a bag of any of these coins, you're absolutely welcome, because, hey, Daniel started to enter accumulation. What can we say? Well, let's try and see a pattern between these coins. So again, I've identified Algo, Litecoin, Rep, Tezos, YFI. Of course, now we have been trading a few more, including Cardano and XRP, but those are for a different video. This video here is just designed to show you what I'm looking for to start to accumulate an altcoin, as well as the fact, what's a similar characteristic here that you're going to see a difference between, let's just say, what's the characteristics between these 5 charts? We'll give the answer at the end of the video, of course. But let's start here. Let's work our way from the bottom to the top. Let's start on Yiffy, or however you pronounce this coin. Again, I am not a fundamental trader. That's the one thing that you need to bear in mind when you watch my videos when I'm doing altcoins, Bitcoin. I'm not a fundamental guy, but I think I have proven well, oh wow, just I have 100% proven to you that fundamentals do not matter. We trade the charts, and we are able to time lows and highs, sometimes to the exact dollar. Okay, look at Bitcoin last night. We absolutely nailed that one. You're going to see these altcoins today. I've never heard of them in my life. I went through the list of 300 altcoins, and I handpicked 5, which I thought had the best potential for upside. Okay, so I've really only looked at the charts. That's what I want to emphasize here. What's a characteristic of this chart? This is the weekly. Okay, this is the weekly. Obviously, yeah, over the past few weeks, we did manage to buy pretty much the exact bottom of this. But nevertheless, while we were looking at it at the time, the chart obviously looks pretty bad. No, most people are going to look at this and they're going to think, wow, this is a quote unquote bad looking chart. Okay. For me, this really makes my eyes light up of opportunity. Again, I don't know what the altcoin does. I don't care what the altcoin does. All I can see is, okay, we've started to enter a region where I could potentially accumulate this. What I was specifically looking for. I'm not going to go into so much detail into each of the alts. I'm going to go over them in just an overview of each altcoin. And if you would like me to do a video dedicated to one altcoin where I really dive into the charts and go over the specifics of each altcoin, please let me know. And I will be more than happy to do that. Just leave a comment down below of which altcoin you'd like me to do. This video is just an overview of the 5 altcoins that I have selected here, which I'm seeing pretty nice potential. Okay, so what was I looking at? Again, I was doing the accumulation for 5 days, starting on the 25th of March. Okay, that's when I really started to go shopping for these altcoins, as we say. 25th of March, you can see was on this day right here. If you see, the 25th of March, by the way, was the day that we put in the low, was never breached, by the way. And from there, we've already done a move of about 50% to the upside. Pretty nice, no? But 50% to the upside, 25th of March, was the absolute low that this coin put in. Surprise, surprise. What I was looking at on the day was, okay, again, I only had this information. Most people are going to think the altcoin's dead. I just kind of went through the charts. I recognized, okay, this altcoin is very low. Okay, it's very much near a bottom. I'm liking the volume that's coming into this. We kind of start to draw our accumulation schematics. Again, if you want more detail, I'm going to have to do a video dedicated to it. We start to draw our accumulation schematics, and we have to make an informed decision. Is this coin hit the bottom, or are we going to drop down further? Well, I made an informed decision that I think this coin is going to be bottoming out. Over the next 5 days, I want to accumulate. I accumulate. We start to get the move up really on the 6th of April. And, well, the coin in the end hit about 50% move to the upside. What have we done here? You can see here we kind of get a swing failure pattern off the highs. We pull back, pretty, we could say pretty strongly, coming back into a daily order block and getting another move up here of, over the past few days, about another 17%. But what's the characteristic of this? The characteristic is the altcoin was considered dead. Okay, let's just look through the 5 charts briefly. Tezos, the altcoin, I think we can agree, was pretty much considered dead back on the 25th where I was buying it here. Rep, another one which I think a lot of people, again on the 25th here, which is here. I think most people are going to be thinking, I don't know, a bit boring. Litecoin again, 25th. Here again, this would have been looking like this. Most people again not really interested in the altcoin at this moment in time. So that's just something to bear in mind. Obviously, Algo was looking a little bit better. Algo's looking a little bit better on the grand scheme of things. The altcoin, it's I don't know. It doesn't attract a lot of moon boys. I don't know. It doesn't attract a lot of attention. It's kind of like I kind of like that. But going back to YFI. Okay, what we were looking at, or what I was looking at anyway, was just a coin that I felt had reached a bottoming out phase. Bottomed out. If he has bottomed out. And yeah, we just kind of look for this, rounded bottom, forming a bottoming phase. You look at the volume that's coming into the coin. Is it drying up? Are you getting increased selling pressure at the lows? You can start to look at more basic sort of things like your divergences, like how much, you just want to look at the momentum and the selling pressure, yeah? So you look at the volume, try and judge the momentum, like how many people are still trading it. And if you can get like a relatively low hyped altcoin that not many people are interested in, and the selling pressure is drying up, and you're starting to get divergences forming as you're coming down, just leans into this scenario where this is going to be a really, really nice altcoin, I believe. And if you was just, I don't even know how you pronounce it, YFI was one of those altcoins where I saw great potential. Obviously, I was absolutely correct on that one, buying the absolute bottom of the move for a 50% increase in price. Do I think I caused the bottom of the altcoin market? I mean, of course, I'm not. I don't think that. But was it a nice coincidence? I suppose absolutely. The day that we start buying the alts, was the day the market starts to go pretty amazing. Coincidence or not, who knows? Tezos. Moving on. So again, 25th of March is when I started to buy this one. That was here. Okay, again, from the day that I started to buy it on the 25th, the low was never taken off the move. That's what you call good accumulation. But again, from this entry, the move up was a total of 68% move to the upside in just over 2 weeks, 15 days, nearly 70% move to the upside. Wow. You know, when you see opportunities, you see opportunities. But again, Tezos, another one which I think that has kind of lost traction almost. Not many people interested in it. I know as soon as it started to move up 60%, it become ultra hyped. But guess what? We were buying this before the hype that happened on Tezos. But nevertheless, again, similar situation, yeah? Altcoin that's at the bottom, bottoming pattern, volume, divergences, execute. Okay, I'm going to go through them fairly quickly. 10 minutes already. Rep. You know, the exact same scenario, yeah? Massive sell-off on the altcoin. Nobody's interested in it. We start to get the volume. We start to get the divergences. We start to form bottoming patterns. And it's like, okay, let's buy this before anybody else even knows that what's happening here, okay? Again, this was on the 25th. Again, after I started to buy it, the low was not taken. Moved up in price of 77%. Total move to the upside, okay? 77% coming up into your... you know, your key Fibonacci levels, obviously also into that psychological 1000 sats. It's always going to offer some psychological resistances, these big, you know, 1000 sat levels, just as like 10,000. For example, on Bitcoin, it's a psychological level. You've got the standard 1000 sats here. If you trade VeChain, for example, you could expect 500 sats to be the next resistance. I know VeChain right now is obviously killing it. Anyway, yeah, that's the resistance, I'd say, we broke off of, and really we bought it low of this one on the day, accumulated it for, you know, really for me, this was going on 3 days because it was moving up a bit too quick for me. I had to just like keep moving up orders. But anyway, about 70, nearly 80% move to the upside this one's had, and potentially still more. Okay, I think all these altcoins that I'm talking about today have obviously a lot, you know, they have really high potential. The altcoins look fairly decent, I think. Again, I'm not trying to shill these coins. I'm not trying to tell anybody to buy the coins. It makes no difference to me if you buy it or not. And you know, I'm not trying to promote these coins, you know, of any sort of shady reasons. I'm just going through the 5 altcoins that I bought, and you know, you have to remember I bought them over 3 weeks ago, so it's not really that helpful. We're up, you know, quite heavily. So you know, you've got to think if you're buying here, you know, you should have been in the champions group and you'd have known this before they all pumped. Let's just say that. Anyway, moving on, Litecoin. Yeah, Litecoin, another really interesting one. This one now, by the way, is up a total of 35%. One of the smaller moves of the 5. 35%, not too shabby though, no? But 35%, but what I love about Litecoin, yeah, what I loved about this chart, again, it's another chart that was totally sold off at the lows. And let me tell you, now people are excited about Litecoin, yeah? Everybody's talking about Litecoin, everybody's hyping Litecoin, people are making videos about Litecoin, and it's suddenly a good altcoin to buy, yeah? 25th of March. Yeah, I want to remind you the time that I started to put out these posts. We're talking about 11 a.m. in the morning, yeah? I started to talk about these altcoins and you know, buy the altcoins. I want you to go back through everybody's YouTube channels that you also might follow and see how many people started to mention this after I'd done this post on the 25th of March, because that's pretty interesting. People that started to mention this after I started to accumulate it. Don't think you're going to see anyone mention it before the 25th of March. Surprise, surprise. Anyway, I don't want to get off my rockers on this one. All I'm going to say is, yeah, we really did manage to accumulate the low of this one. And this was at a time when everyone was saying the project was dead. A really funny post, even from within the group here, yeah. So I was obviously starting to buy this, starting to get into it slowly but surely over the next coming 5 days. Accumulation. But this one was funny. Someone replied to my post about Litecoin, saying it's totally worthless. At some point, it will disappear at my replace. Man, I just bought 10 Bitcoin worth of Litecoin, and 2 minutes later, Litecoin is totally worthless. And obviously, we love our memes here. We got the yelling woman of, I placed 10 Bitcoin worth of Litecoin, placed an order for 10 Bitcoin worth of Litecoin. 2 minutes later, it's totally worthless. I don't know. I just find it really funny. But you see the I'm not obviously pointing anyone out in the group. I'm just saying, like, it's generally really funny how the market works. Yeah. Everybody's saying the project's dead. Everybody's saying the project's worthless. Again, I don't care about the fundamentals. I couldn't care less. I recognize a good chart to buy. I buy it. Could not care less about what it does. Okay. Managed to buy almost the exact low of Litecoin, and, it's up now 40%. Surprise, surprise, the commonality here is really it's getting involved in these projects. Well, nobody else is hyping it up. I mean, do you see me running into BNB? Did you see me running into BNB and trading BNB, which is like the most hyped altcoin in the world? No, because I want to get involved in altcoins that nobody else is talking about. Nobody else has even recognized yet as a good opportunity. And when everybody, it literally happened on Tezos, yeah? I was buying Tezos at the low. That altcoin moved up 60%, and everybody started to hype Tezos. And I recognized this was a good time to sell. And Tezos pulled back about 20%, yeah? But I just find it hilarious how the market works. It really is. It's like yesterday when we hit that daily level on Bitcoin, yeah? Hit the daily level on Bitcoin. And it was really funny. I'd done a live stream last night, like literally in the time, talking people through as it was happening. No hindsight, just executing as it's happening. We were literally hitting the daily. We're talking about the exact low of the daily. And I recognized, wow, there's so many people selling here. This is a great buy opportunity. Okay, we all know how that worked out. Really good move to the upside. But what I'm saying here is these altcoins, nobody's hyping them. Nobody's talking about them. Oh, maybe a little bit now because they're all up about 70%. But the characteristic here is between the 5 alts is they were all at the lows. Nobody's hyping them. Nobody's talking about them. But we're recognizing potential. We're trading our charts, and well, we can safely say we've made money on all of the trades. That's the commonality here. It's recognizing opportunity before anybody else recognizes it. Okay, that's really what we're striving for here. We're doing it day after day and day after day on Bitcoin. I haven't traded altcoins for a good 6 months. Decide to trade altcoins. We do like 60% on it. They're averaging about 60% on the altcoins. It's just, again, if you wanted these updates before they happened, hey, the Champions Group, I think, is a pretty self-sufficient method of learning and making money right now. We're kind of killing it. But I gave all of this on the 25th, of course, before any of these moves up happened. And it's just like, literally scared money, don't make money. I've got to end with another meme because I absolutely love it. It was in reference to this post, yeah. On the 26th. I was saying, I don't always buy altcoins, but when I do, I make sure to buy the bottom. Again, I was on the 26th one day later. I think you can all agree that pretty much was the bottom on all those altcoins. So we go months and months and months without buying it, as I was saying here. Most of those altcoins went 60% plus gains. I don't trade altcoins for months, and when I do, they go crazy. It feels good, man. And I'm not saying that we caused the low on these altcoins, but the dark side of the force is a pathway to many abilities some consider to be unnatural. Come on, you gotta love the memes right now, no? And if you're not enjoying the memes, hey, hopefully you enjoyed the talk through of what we're looking for here. Again, I know I haven't gone into detail on each one. I haven't really done any technical analysis on each one. This today was an overview, a really quick overview. Well, quick, 18 minutes long. Anyway, moving on. Yeah, I haven't gone into detail on any of these. I haven't gone into specifics on any of these. I haven't gone over entries, targets, stop losses on any of these altcoins. I know that today's video was more a overview of what I'm looking for. And I think it's fair to say what I'm looking for when I'm looking for accumulation. Again, accumulation can last a week. It can last a month. We're looking to accumulate altcoins when there's no hype, when we see the volume start to die off and the selling pressure really start to die off. You generally want to have a really big selling climax. So that's where everybody gets really shaken out and they sell all their bags. Then you look for that selling pressure with your divergences and the volume to come together to really signal to you, this is a great time to accumulate. Bam, execute. Don't get scared. How many people, the thing is, I started to buy the first order that I done. What was it for, like 10 Bitcoin, a Litecoin? Over the next 5 days, I'm buying it, I'm buying more. So I've got a pretty substantial bag of it. What can I say? But, the thing is, see people in the group selling all their Litecoin, people telling me it's worthless. People, this is people within the group. So, I mean, you got to trade your own analysis. You really do. Because if I had listened potentially to other people, I would have sold all my bag at the bottom. But instead I'm buying it, yeah, because I don't really care what anybody else says. I just care what I think. I care what my analysis does. And yeah, this is why you listen to me, because hey, well, you can make your own decisions, I suppose, at the end of the day. Do your own analysis, yeah? Do your own analysis, not financial advice. No, not telling you what to do with your money, not telling you to buy this. Past performance doesn't mean future results. All that legal disclaimer. Make sure you understand that. With that said, ladies and gentlemen, different video than normal. I understand that, but I hope it's given you a little bit of insights, just a little bit of insights into what I'm looking for. And if you want a more in-depth video on a certain altcoin, or just go back to Bitcoin, I suppose, let me know in the comments down below. And I'll be, I'll read all the comments and see if there's a commonality between the alts of what people would like to see. But yeah, I know right now VeChain, VeChain is absolutely killing it, of course. Yeah, that's a blast from the past. No, VeChain and like Icon, ICX, man, those coins remind me of like 2017 all over again. But anyway, yeah, what I will say, ladies and gentlemen, if you've enjoyed, really appreciate a like on the video down below, and if I don't catch you before, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Thank you ever so much, everyone. Love you so much. Goodbye.